Hi everybody, welcome to the Kingdom Live for a Monday afternoon. Joined once again by Adam. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Nana. Yes, Monday, day after Adelaide United won the grand final,
Yes.
So the voice might be a bit scratchy today.
You got along to the game and enjoyed yourself?
Goal 3 was huge, Adelaide.
Excellent. Well, enough chitter chatter, let's cut to the chase. Let's talk about the cost of inaction for marketing departments and what that means.
Yeah, look, interesting, isn't it? We're seeing it more and more recently with the advent of digital technology really impacting marketing. It's making it harder for CEOs, boards, managers, business owners to actually take a leap into spaces which they perhaps don't understand. Technology has made it more complicated. If you look back 20 years ago, it wasn't, marketing was quite straightforward. You had the choice of TV, radio, billboards, direct mail, and pretty much that was about it. And certainly advertising agencies were able to help you. But now there are so many channels, so many ways to communicate with the market. So trying to pick the right method is a massive challenge.
Yeah, okay. So what are some of those methods that you're recognising in today's world?
Yeah, so look, I think one of the hardest bits is that when you talk about some of these platforms, particularly with social media, when you talk about Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, there's quite a lot. Snapchat, yeah. And so it's very hard to say, okay, what's right for your business? And furthermore, it's really hard to say, look, I'd like to take out an insurance policy in case this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Insurance policy doesn't exist, and the best way to actually understand what these platforms are all about is really just to give them a go. And from there, the worst thing that can possibly happen is, well, you may spend a little bit of money on the pay-per-click, you may spend some money boosting posts or using the Facebook Power Editor, but worst case scenario is you get an experience. And that experience can help you learn more about the world which you're living in now, learn more about what can work and what doesn't work, and because of that, it drives you one step closer to perfection.
Cool. So one of the ideas that's just come to mind for me would be that you'd focus a little bit more on the content rather than the way you were going to push it out. Make sure you've got the strong content on your website as a first page. Yeah,
really important. So we're about to launch a new podcast actually. We'll probably tell the listeners a bit more about that once we actually make it. Not a bad idea. But certainly what we like to do is create content for the website.
Yeah.
And use that as the central point for your beginning process when you're talking about ways to prompt and push out your message. Get the information on your website first and foremost, and from there, then you can choose which way you go, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn. There are so many platforms, but at least with your website, you're creating an evergreen asset. You're creating pages that are going to help your Google search, as well as actually being there, helping your customers trust you more as they go through the process of appreciating what you do.
So a big part of marketing, and something that I think we all still cling to a little bit, is email marketing. Are you seeing a change in the direction for email marketing? Or?
Yeah, email marketing, I think it's important to remember, it's been around for 20 years now. And we were coding emails back, HTML emails back in 98, 96, around there. So it's been around for a long time. And as a result, it definitely has matured. We're now seeing, it's still a powerful tool, but you have to be smarter about it. You have to have good-looking emails, you have to have personalization, you need to be making sure that you're not relying on it solely, because the connection rates are reducing. As more and more emails are sent out, then the number of opens is dropping, and even what we've seen from last year through to now, that they're continuing to drop off, and that's because there's so much of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So still, social media is still a big driver. Obviously, I know that.
Yeah, and look, being a social media expert, I know, but it's really hard because a lot of people want the ROI.
Yeah. And
they want to see the beautifully planned out spreadsheet before something actually happens. But of course, there's no insurance, there's no guarantees. You just don't know in many cases how the brands are going to respond. But what is important is the cost of doing nothing is massive. The cost of doing nothing is substantial. If you're going to sit back and think that it's okay to ignore the new mediums, ignore social media, ignore things like Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, etc., then you're going to have a big challenge, because first, they do make a big difference. They do create relevance for your brand, but also we should not forget that the millennials are coming through with phones attached to their hands, and they use these platforms non-stop every day. So it's a question, but not so much about now, but are you prepared for what's coming in 4 to 5 years' time? And to be prepared for that, you need to be thinking, right now, what can I do to start engaging myself in these platforms, even though you may not be familiar with them?
Yeah, absolutely. So you touched before on Facebook. you still see lots of businesses needing Facebook for business?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a common thing where people say, oh, Facebook, I'm B2B, B2C, Facebook's not for my business. But, Facebook has 1.6 billion users on it and we're all using it. So I guess, obviously we have Facebook Live, so the people by definition are seeing us here. But if you think that your business is not on Facebook, then you're missing the point, because everybody is on Facebook pretty much certainly in Australia. And so as a result, it doesn't matter what they're doing on it. Yeah. If you've got access to attention to your brand through using what is a very good advertising engine, then that just makes total sense. And certainly Facebook is having remarkable success from an advertising point of view, and it's just going from strength to strength.
Yeah, I think two points that I'll just throw in here is obviously Facebook Live having a huge impact. Periscope, which was a Twitter-connected version of the same, was difficult to use and a little bit hard to get going with. Whereas Facebook Live is brilliant. It's native in the platform, so you don't have to leave Facebook to do it. You just post and stream, which is fantastic. Having enormous engagement. And the other really cool thing about Facebook is the ability to do remarketing. Yeah,
great. And look, I know you had good success last week with a client, but it was a last minute thing. We needed a couple of 100 hits to get over the line from a budget point of view. So jump on Facebook Live. Yeah. Tell us about that. How did that go for you?
Oh, it was really good. It was heaps of fun. We just took it out of the office and went and sat in a park and just chatted. It was pretty casual, and that's, I think, part of the nice thing about it is it was casual and easy to do. It didn't feel like lights, camera, action, a bit like what we've got going on in here,
yes.
Shadow. But it was easy and just casually chatting, talked about some of the products that we're helping this client with, and had really, really good success. So it was, I think it's just a natural way of talking to the client.
And so how'd you go? How were the results?
The results were huge, really, really good. We, over a 2-day period, managed to get in touch with about 8,500 people, which was fantastic.
That's incredible. And so what was the ROI on that?
Well, the ROI was that we were running a Mother's Day competition in conjunction with the video. The video was to support that, so we were able to boost the entries, which was really the main goal, and we were able to achieve the goals that the client was after.
Great, so I think that's a good thing to take away is the ROI, when you say return on ignorance, 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so the return on ignorance is 0. So the ROI, if you're talking about the return on investment, sometimes it's about the return on relevance. I mean, actually being relevant to your customers may not necessarily generate a sale straight away, but it's putting you in a position of greater knowledge, greater understanding, and increasing the trust they have for your brand. So, it's wrong to judge social media specifically on the ROI, how many sales you get numbered, because the sales come from all different places and can take some time.
Well, and you never know when you're going to attract that person that has never ever had a touch with your business before. So I run a small online family toy business, and I've actually just started doing Facebook Live to spruik some of our products. And whilst it feels a little bit infomercially, it's a really good opportunity for me to show the product, what it does, what it's made of, and give that face-to-face when we can't be out on the road with our clients face-to-face.
And what's great is that everyone's got an infomercial in them.
Bursting,
it's just a matter of having someone to actually watch it and actually have a meeting to broadcast it. So
that's exactly it. Yeah. So it's been very successful.
Great. Okay, so we now have a website. We've got a link. Oh, we've got a big website. There's a link. I believe the link is up there.
It is up there.
Up there in the box. Yeah.
And the bit.ly link is going to take you to a video demonstrating HubSpot and showing some of the cool features of HubSpot. So if you're interested, click the link.
I guess that's one of the, getting back to the point, the reason why we had that link in there is because we sell HubSpot, but most importantly, HubSpot's part of a new family of products which has been around for about a decade now, automated sales and marketing software. Automated sales and marketing software is an innovation, and so when you talk about the return on ignorance, if you don't know what automated sales and marketing software is, here's your chance to check it out. Have a look at HubSpot. It's a great video, 12 minutes in length. Hang around for one if you find it boring. But at the end of the day, it does show off the features of a whole new category of software, sales and marketing software, which could make a difference to your business. It could be the thing you see which says, okay, this is the way to go in the future.
Excellent. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for more from the Kingdom Live.
Thanks a lot. See you guys.